helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Sometimes it's nice to take a little time off with the family and get away from your normal routine. If you don't have a large travel budget to really get away, there are plenty of great things to do in our state's capital that many of us probably don't enjoy as part of our regular routine. Shaylin Murphy works at Visit Topeka. She's here to give us some of those ideas. Thank you, Shaylin.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. So we have tons of things that we can do if people either live in Topeka or want to make a little trip for a day or a weekend. What are some of those things?
We do. I have to say this year you have to go to the Kansas State House. If you haven't been to the Capitol recently, you've got to go. The renovations are done. It looks amazing. They have public tours every day. They're free. You can tour all of the building plus the dome. And Kansas is the only state capital where you can tour to the top of the dome and go outside. So you've got to do that, and it's good for kids 4 and over.
It's pretty neat and informative. Yeah. They can learn a little something while they're there.
They can. It's very historical.
Yes. So what else do we have?
You should go to the Kansas Children's Discovery Center. It's, again, educational and fun. They have added some more outdoor and indoor things, so they're always growing there. The Topeka Zoo, Old Prairie Town. Yeah. The Topeka Zoo is a classic.
World famous, yep.
World famous. And the vintage carousel and the mini train that goes around the park. That is old-fashioned fun at old-fashioned prices. You really just can't beat that.
And I think even us adults, I have a lot of fun going on the train. That's one of my favorite things to do out at the park.
Yeah.
So.
Combat Air Museum is great. It's especially good if you have either boys or a mixed group because you can climb in and on some of the planes, really get in and discover. They're just huge, and I think kids love to see something that's so big. And then near the Combat Air is the Kansas Museum of National Guard. It's a free attraction, another great place for boys to see tanks and helicopters, uniforms, a lot of great fun out there.
That is, especially when the kids have their little toys that they can play with, and then they get to see the big one, the real size.
Yeah, at the Combat Air Museum, they also have a flight simulator where you can land a plane after you've gone through and looked at all the planes. You can actually play a little video game where you get to land one. Oh,
really neat.
Yes.
And we have, for the warmer months, we have the History Museum, which is a great educational place, but they've got trails out there too.
They do. The Kansas Museum of History has 2.5 miles of trails outside of it, and they're really great. I mean, there's some wood, there's some wildlife. It goes along the Kansas River, and they've done a good job of making sure all the plants are native to Kansas. So again, if you can talk about history, you can talk about how settlers on the Oregon Trail would have seen that same kind of nature.
Yeah.
Go to visittopeka.com. We have information about everything there is to see and do in Topeka, and we have a great events calendar, Topeka 365. You can find all of that on visittopeka.com.
Don't miss it. We got to take advantage of all the great things we have here in the capital city. Shaylin, thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.